Hello, this is Paul in Las Vegas, and I'm coming to you with two sports picks for Sunday, the 23rd of July. The first one is a game that starts at 9:05 a.m. Pacific Standard Time between the Padres and the Tigers. And the Padres have been red hot. They scored 14 runs in their last game, 5 runs the game before that. So they have 19 runs in their last 2 games. And that's as compared to the Tigers having 7 runs in their last 2 games. The Tigers on the year are minus 89 runs, while the Padres are plus 54 runs. And the Tigers were swept bunch in the first half and a bunch of times, and the Padres have won 2 games in a row. They're 6-4 in their last 10, and they are 10 games in back of the Dodgers in the National League West. And so they're basically trying to catch up, trying to get into a playoff position. And they have beaten the Tigers the last 2 games in a row. This is the 3rd game where they're going for the sweep. And on the mound for these 2 teams is for the Tigers is Alex Faedo. He is 1-4 on the year with a 6.98 ERA. He gave up 7 earned runs in his last game, 6 earned runs in his second to last game. He's 27 years old. He's a second-year player. He's pitched 4 games at home this year, and he has an 8.10 ERA at home. He has a day ERA of 4.60, a July opposing batting average of 3.53. He did not pitch in June. He was on the disabled list with finger discomfort. And Joe Musgrave, on the other hand, is 9-2 on the year with a 3.16 ERA, a 1.14 ratio. He is 30 years old. He is 6th or 7th year pro. I'm sorry, he's an 8-year vet. He has 86 strikeouts on the year, an opposing batting average of 247. But better yet are his day stats. He is 4-1 in the day with a 1.94 ERA and an opposing batting average of 221. So my pick for this game is to go with the Padres run line to beat them by 2 runs. So Padres minus 1.5 runs. That is my pick for this game. That is my first pick of the day. My second pick for the day is a game that starts at 11:10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time between the Chicago White Sox and the Minnesota Twins. Chicago White Sox are 3-7 in their last 10 games. They're 11 games behind the Twins in the American League Central. The White Sox have scored 6 runs their last 2 games, 13 runs their last 4 games. They have been swept 3 times, and they are 2-3 in the avoid the sweep game, which this is. Now, on the other side of the field, you have the Minnesota Twins. They are 7-3 in their last 10 games. That's compared to 3-7 for the Chicago White Sox. The Twins are in first place in the American League Central, 2 games ahead of the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland Guardians now. And so the Twins want to maintain that first place position as the second place team in that division most likely is not going to be making the playoffs. I have spoken numerous times about how the American League Central had a team that was 500 win percentage in first, which would not be in first in the other divisions of the American League, and how the other divisions of the American League had higher win percentages. The Twins have gotten hot, though, going 7-3 in those last 10 games. And since the All-Star break, they've basically taken their win percentage up from 500 to 520. Their last 2 games, they have scored 12 runs as compared to the White Sox's 6 runs in their last 2 games, 18 runs in their last 4 games as compared to the White Sox's 13 runs in their last 4 games. And they have a .560 home record. So right there, things are in the Twins' favor. And well, what I want to do is get myself and get people who listen to me into the best position to win, where the percentages are the most in your favor for stuff to come in the right way. And on the mound are also this is I believe in favor of the Twins. Bailey Ober. Who I have really liked this year. He is 6'9". He is 260 pounds from Huntersville, North Carolina, 28 years old. He has a 6-4 record on the year with a 2.74 ERA, a 0.98 ratio, 88 innings pitched, 84 strikeouts. This is his 3rd season as a pro, and he's gotten better each of these 3 years. His first year, he had an ERA of 4.19. Second year, 3.21, and now this year, 2.74. So he's taking his ERA down each year. Opposing batting average, first year, 2.58. Second year, 2.27. This year, 2.14. So he has been getting a lot better, and his July ERA is 1.89. He is 2-0, and he has a ratio under 1. And in July, he has an opposing batting average of 197. 3 starts, 19 innings pitched. So he's been going over 6 innings a start on the average. And in 2022, he was 1-0 versus the White Sox with a 1.56 ERA, held him to an opposing batting average of 1.48. His rookie year, they did hit him. His rookie year, he had a 4.76 ERA against them in 5 starts, held him to a 2.44 opposing batting average, but they hit 6 home runs off him in those 5 starts. But he has gotten better. He got better last year from his rookie year, and he got better this year from last year, and he's been pitching better in July than he was pitching in other months, even though he was pitching great. And the Twins have just started to hit since the All-Star break. And Bailey Ober was really suffering from a lack of run support. And the way he was pitching and the way he's pitched this year, they must be very anxious to get him some runs and help get him the win now that they're hitting well. On the other side of the mound for the White Sox, Lucas Giolito is pitching. He is 6'6". He is 245 pounds. He is from Santa Monica, California. He is 29 years old. This is his 7th full season. He is 6-6 on the year. He has a 3.96 ERA and a 1.20 ratio. Usually, I like this pitcher, Lucas Giolito. However, he had control problems in his last game, with 5 walks in 3 2/3 innings against the Mets. And he has had a number of 170-plus inning seasons. And he had a bad July last year. July this year, he has a 6.48 ERA and a 1.375 ratio in July. So he has been having control problems. Also away, 5.74 ERA, 2.72 opposing batting average. Last year he had both a rough July and a rough August. So right here we have a pitcher who has had a lot of innings pitched over the past in those 7 years that he has those 7 full seasons that he has been a pro. A number of those years he has pitched over 170 innings, and he's basically going up against a young, fresher arm here who is hotter and who has been on fire while he has been having control problems. So with the Twins having been scoring more runs than the White Sox, who have just been a huge disappointment this year. Last year, they were basically a playoff team, and they were considered one of the best teams in the league. And this year, they're 11 games behind the Twins in the AL Central with a record under 500. So they've been a disappointment this year, and the Twins are starting to turn it up a notch, where they have different people contributing and inspiring other players to contribute. The Padres have the same thing going for them right now, where different players are coming through, taking inspiration from other players on the team. And if you've been on a baseball team and you've probably seen that happen, or even if you've played baseball or softball, you've probably seen that if one person gets a hit and can inspire the other people to get hits and play well, where they pattern themselves off their teammate or want to do as well as their teammate or support their teammates. So basically, you've seen people where they have the rally caps on, and they're all trying to do well for their team. And the Twins and Padres really have that right now. So those are my two picks for today, Sunday, the 23rd of July. Thank you for listening this far. Please hit the like button and subscribe, and spread the news about this channel around. And also, there are deals on the links here, where the deals for Surge Trader to trade with Surge Trader's money and keep 90% of the profits, up to 90% of the profits. Great deal for interactive brokers to go in with an account there, and with enough capital, you can get up to $1,000 of free interactive broker stock, ticker symbol IBKR on the NASDAQ. And so get stock in one of the best discount brokerage firms that there is. And they have competitive margin rates with anybody around. They have access to international markets, which a lot of other companies don't have. They also allow trading in fractional shares, which is a very nice feature if you're trying to establish a portfolio and get diversify yourself into different stock positions, and commission-free trades. So really an excellent firm, excellent platform to deal with. And have links to credit card through Amazon, where basically you can get reward points, and it's hooked up with Chase Bank, and also a deal with 4 Patriots to get survival food with a 25-year shelf life. And with all the stuff that can happen in the world, possible power outages, things going down with power, and even things with that we've had in the past, situations where it can be useful to have food and food available to you. Well, anyway, thank you for listening this far. Again, please like and subscribe, and have a great day. Thank you.